echoes echoing tonight. She hears only whispers of some quiet conversation. She's coming in 12:30 flight. As moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man on the way, hoping to find some long-forgotten words or ancient melodies. He turned to me as if to say, "Hurry, boy, it's waiting there for you." Longing for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right. Sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I've become.
never watched the book. I did not the book. What is watching a please, 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 75 is watching a film with comedy video. Yes, it's, it's somehow you, you must do it but, 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 maybe, we should have to sorry, sorry, amor. Can I remember you? Um, how you were, how, how you were, how you were, you were, well, I'm sorry about that. Um, I'm just behind you. Much, much people have from now on. It may be now, it can. Over here, and go here. Okay, you can see that. Okay. You this is super okay, read and get away begin eating anyway. I'm not receiver hobby is ill. Need you what your part what your part of business of our party.
Boom.
I'm gonna give you one more, just a
Okay,
little.
yeah. Ooh, bam.
I
All right.
gotta use the flexibility while I still have it.
I'm so happy to have you here. I have a lot of questions for you. Are you ready
Ooh,
to get into it?
I am.
I don't know why that sounded so much more serious than it is.
It
It's not.
did. I
It's
feel like
not.
I'm on 2020 now.
Okay, we'll be getting into all things scam, but one thing you did not scam was your way onto the reboot of iCarly.
Well, bit different, broken.
Your character, Harper, is pansexual. What is it like to bring a queer representation that is so juicy to this beloved show?
You know, so when I
Good. And just nothing. If, if was outside, she was just there.
came out, it was more of an outing, and it wasn't like, I don't think it was intentional, but it was like I did a podcast years ago where they asked me, it was like in somebody's rich living room. I said, look, you know when rich people just be doing a podcast or something, and they asked me, they were like, what's your type? And I was like, it's anywhere from like a Tessa Thompson to a Michael B. Jordan. And then that was an interview that got pulled up when I booked iCarly, but they knew my sexuality, and I am pan, which, you know, they're like, she's bi. I was like, yeah, y'all close enough. We going with it. But it felt like a huge responsibility. I really want to shout out Francesca Ramsey because she is also queer, and she was in the room as a writer and a black woman, obviously, and a baddie. And so she really took care of Harper's character because we didn't want her to be one-dimensional. We didn't want her to be a trope, and we certainly didn't want her to just her sex.
She was one dimensional as a proper educated person. She was, she was probably so
Sexuality to be traumatic,
Right.
because I feel like those stories are super important and obviously like really beautiful to tell the stories of queer people who have struggled or who have, you know, faced a lot of adversity, which is clearly like all of us, but you know, to certain degrees, but we wanted this to be a source of queer joy. Like we wanted her to just be gay. There's no coming out, she's just gay all the time, you know. And then at the first Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards when we won, I said on the mic, I was like, shout out to the Sapphics, and then and then that would probably like they let us say Sapphic on Nickelodeon,
my
we
God.
won.
Yes, exactly. Were you a fan of the OG iCarly?
I was.
natural self. Critical. I am a people believe. I don't buy any easy things.
Yeah.
I would watch it when I got home from school, which was, that makes me sound so young. Cause I am. No. But no, yeah, I watched it. It was super funny, and like it was like a fantasy for me. I don't know if other kids felt like this, but for me, like my parents were very involved in my life. They were very like, you must achieve, you must succeed. And so when I watch iCarly, I'm like, wow, a world with no parents.
All right, so the last episode of iCarly left us with a cliffhanger. So for the fans, which are right here,
Hey y'all.
I have to ask, you know the identity of Carly and Spencer's mom.
Oh, okay, this is something that I get tweeted about constantly, tagged in. I don't. I wish I did.
Yeah.
We've laughed about the people that were pitched. My favorite pitch, I think, from the fans was Sandra Oh, which me and Miranda were cracking up about. Like, I would send her pictures of people that, you know. But unfortunately, we didn't get to that
Who
point.
would you have pitched?
Honestly, Miranda has a movie coming out with Brooke Shields. And when I looked at them next to each other, I was like, it'll be on Netflix, y'all. That's my sis, so, you know, gossip about. But when I looked at her next to Brooke, because they shot it in Thailand, when I looked at her next to Brooke, I was like, she could have been Mother. Like, she is Mother, and she could have been
Right. She's definitely Mother. You have been cast on a Black Lady sketch show, a series regular on the reboot of iCarly, and you're currently starring in
Who cares? When you I never engagement. That's always yeah, I don't see what you feel of the original. uh, No, no, I didn't should you feel as different, but I didn't. I forgot to show it. So you go. Uh, uh, if you want to and you put that doesn't give what to do. You ready? You go.
looking at stuff. I was like, he seems pretty good looking and he seems just cool. Just the vibe, the energy that, he was giving off.
This woman wants to know if her internet boyfriend is a liar.
I do have feelings for him. I definitely have love for him for sure. Like I said, it's just like his vibe and his energy. He's never been disrespectful to me. We talk every day. He was falling for me and that he definitely loves me. He was like, I would love to, tour the world with you or what have you. Like, oh, that would be cool, right?
He claims to be stuck in Africa and needs $32,000 to get back to the United States.
It's a piece of jewelry that he says was left to a boy in the orphanage that he has in Ghana. Diamond necklace that's holding this big emerald up. There's a fee, there's a tax on the jewelry, because of, him inheriting it or whatever. He says 32,000 is what he says, about 32,000.
Join us as we uncover the truth about Faye's online romance.
In my core, I'm not.
I got a lot to share about this first, but this what
Not even gonna lie to you, in my core, there's just something that I guess, I don't know, I can't shake when it comes to him in terms of, me thinking that it might actually be him.
Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed. Let's get into it.
Hi, Scamfish. My name is Fayola, and I am a teacher. In my free time, I do like to dance.
this year she's a teacher. For the what?
I am a single mom. Being a parent is never an easy job, right? It's always challenging, especially with a teenager. But I love my daughter more than anything in the world. And, we have a great relationship. I want to be the best role model that I can be for her. Honestly, I have not been very lucky in my life when it comes to men and relationships. Honestly, I think most of it was me choosing the wrong partner. I was kind of waiting for her dad. We dated on and off for a few years, and he just was never, serious about it. He just was playing games.
Faye had spent
I'm sure ownership of the super problem.
the last couple of years focusing on raising her daughter. When she finally cut things off with her ex-boyfriend is when her online journey began.
A lot of my girlfriends, they were recommending the online dating. Meeting people in person didn't seem to be something that was favoring me. So I said, let me try something different. And so I've tried OkCupid, and I've had a little bit of success there. I received a message on Instagram. It just kind of popped up on my phone. It said Leon Gray with a line. And when I opened it, it said private account or something to that effect. So anyway, I read the message. The message was basically, hello, gorgeous fan. Excuse me for trying to get to know you privately. But, I just wanted to say thank you for supporting me throughout the years, and something like God bless. And, that was it. And then I responded and I was like, hello, Mr. Gray. And then he asked me, how long are you following me? And I just was like, well, I don't really use Instagram. Your reel popped up and I just checked your, account out, and I was intrigued. You have very positive energy and your voice is very calming. I think it's something to that effect. And then the conversation just continued from there. I'm going to be honest. I usually I'm not attracted to men that have locks, right? Ever. I'm never, no matter how nice they look. Really what attracted me when I first opened up his reel was the scenery. I knew it had to be an island, and it probably was.
Sure.
Jamaica or Grenada, one of these places. My family's from Trinidad, so that appealed to me. His aura just seemed really calming and inviting. And, I saw him from the side. I didn't see him from the front. And so that's when I was like, let me go ahead and check his account out, right? Because I was just curious now. And then I started looking at other reels, and I was like, oh, wow, he's pretty good looking. And he seems just cool, just the vibe, the energy that, he was giving off. And then I just kept looking at stuff. So he's a public figure out of London. He's been in Essence magazine. He used to model. I think he's just kind of creating content at this point. There's a really beautiful song that he made called Ticket for Your Love. It looks like he's making a whole lot of music now to, I guess, create an album at this point. He told me he was born and raised in Jamaica, came to the States.
Faye was not a fan of Leon Gray before he reached out to her. He sent the first message through this Instagram account and claimed his management didn't allow him access to his main account. The two built a connection through texting, but never spoke on the phone or video chatted.
One of the early things that he said was you seem very different, because he was just saying his fans are, they act silly. They send him nudes and stuff, and they act naughty. And, I guess they feel like that's what he is, because that's what he portrays, but that's not really what, he's about in real life or whatever. And I said, I understand. I get it. One of the things that I said to him earlier on when we first started talking is that I would love to travel the world, because I don't get to travel often. And that's something that I would love to do. He was like, I would love to, tour the world with you or what have you. And I was like, oh, that would be cool, right? Just maybe going to Jamaica with him. That's where he's from. He loves, his hometown. He will check in with me during the day. He'll first thing in the morning, between 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning, and just say good morning. And then throughout the day, maybe once, maybe twice, he'll be like, what's going on? How you doing? And then in the evening is when we'll, have more conversation about whatever. I did give him my address. I can't remember if I gave him my apartment number, but I did give him my address, and he ended up sending 2 wine bottles. And, I picked it up, and I had some of the wine, actually. It was pretty good. And then we started talking again. And on the app, and then we reconnected back on Google Chat. I do have feelings for him. I definitely have love for him for sure. Like I said, it's just his vibe and his energy. He's never been disrespectful to me. We talk every day, but I do love the conversation. I like, talking to him. I'm not gonna lie, He always says that he's seen me in his dream, is what he says. He's seen me in his dreams. He feels like the connection was more of a spiritual one versus just, him seeing me and thinking that I'm pretty or what have you. Of course, that he was falling for me and that he definitely loves me. It's not a superficial, if you want to say that, type of connection. It's more of a spiritual type of connection. He always sounds like he has plans for the future for us. I saw a video of him with a little girl, really pretty baby girl. I kind of called him out and I was like, so you're like catfishing me? Like, that's just not like, what's up? But that's not cool. And so I told him in the Instagram app, I was like, why would you, like say something like that? And you have like, this video on there. And he was like, wow, I'm really surprised that you would think that way, because I told you, I feel like you're different. I'm not lying about who I am. That's your opinion. That's not true. And then he was saying that the little girl is his brother's daughter, and he just takes her like as his, like how I do with my niece. Honestly, I felt a little stupid, I'm not gonna lie.
After a few months, Faye began to ask Leon when they would meet up in person. He told her that he was in Africa, and before he left, he would need her to help him move a piece of jewelry to the United States.
It's a piece of jewelry that he says was left to a boy in the orphanage that he has in Ghana. It's like an emerald looking color. It's green, and it's like a diamond necklace that's holding this big emerald up. And the father passed away, I guess, and all these things were left to the boy. But the boy is young, so the person that is in charge would be the person that would have to deal with it. So he's like, don't tell anybody or whatever. This is, I'm not even telling my management team. He was like, let me send it to your email so that you can look at it. And when he sent it, at first it was like something about he had to have a change of ownership going on, and then he was like, and I just need a little support that he didn't ask his mom, but he borrowed money from her. He doesn't want to go through his management account because he doesn't want to signal them. And so he never said like a dollar amount. He just was looking for support. So when I said to him, because I told him I needed time to think and just kind of breathe, I was like, this is a bit much. This is like out of nowhere. Like, what's the deal? And he was like, I honestly didn't want to tell you because, I wanted to handle this myself. I didn't want to really let you know anything about it, but you are in my life and I feel like you should know. And I just wanted to see if I could get a little support from you. What do you mean by support? He was like, well, there's a fee, there's a tax on the jewelry, because of, him inheriting it or whatever. He says 32,000 is what he says, about 32,000. And I was like, that's a lot of money. But he didn't ask me to give him 32,000. He was just whatever I can, give him out of that. And I was just like, well, at one point he even was like, maybe we should just do a payment plan. And I was like, I'm just curious, how much money are you even talking about? So he didn't tell me that he was looking for this amount from me, but he was like, the tax fee is about 32 grand because the jewelry is about 15 million, worth 15 million or something. That's what it became, right? Like he wants to have this taken care of so that, he could get out of the management. Like he doesn't want to really, I don't think he wants to really do what he's doing, I guess, anymore. He was like,
yeah, he did what you real anymore. Man,
once he gets the funding up for that he wants to be able to use the money, I guess, from the jewelry, if he sells it, to be able to give us the best life possible. That it's nice. It's a nice gesture, and I tell him this all the time. Like, it's cool. And I even told him when he asked me for support, I was like, I need to see you. Like, I need to know that I'm speaking to you. He can't because it's restricted, and I guess he just doesn't want to mess up his career if, God forbid, something bad happens between us. And he doesn't.
Nope. Well, yes, it does. It's a scam.
Ask me for money any other time. Like, it's just for this particular situation. But I don't know. But still, there's a part of me that's like, it could actually be this guy. Like, what if he's a public figure and he's just, that's what he's doing, right? Because I've seen other public figures ask for financial support too. They just, they've done it on Instagram. Like, they've done it with their fans. So I'm like, I don't know. So one thing about me is I don't like to impose. I don't really try to ask him too much questions. I don't want to make it seem like I'm with him because he's, a public figure or anything to that effect. Or I don't want to make it seem like I'm being nosy and trying to mind his business. I know recently he was in Barbados filming content with his management team, but he may be back in the UK now. So I try my best to kind of find ways to be able to ask information to find out what I can find out. This was recently, I was like, I'm just curious, like, where's the orphanage? And he was like, in Ghana, because I started digging myself, right? And trying to find information. And I noticed all of the stuff, all of the documents, the information on it is linked to Ghana. Like when I started digging, it's linked to Ghana. In my core, I'm not even gonna lie to you, in my core, there's just something that I guess, I don't know, I can't shake when it comes to him in terms of, me thinking that it might actually be him. But like I said, you never know.
All right, Seekers, we had some information to pull to help debunk this internet relationship. Faye was able to provide us with this photo of the necklace he needed her to help him get back from the United States, this document that claimed he inherited the necklace, and searched the company that was listed. We quickly found out that this company's website was riddled with grammatical errors and broken buttons. Faye also sent us the Instagram and email she would use to converse with Leon, along with several photos she received from him. If you found yourself in a similar situation to Faye and you want to know the truth about the person you're communicating with online, reach out to our email, sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. A few days later, it was time to sit down with Faye and let her know everything that we had found.
Hey Faye, how's it going?
Hi, I'm doing all right.
So, how are things with you and Leon?
I started a conversation with him about me feeling uncomfortable, not meeting him, seeing him on the video chatting or in person.
So how has it been waiting for answers from us?
I mean, it was a little nerve-wracking at first. I just prayed about it, just waiting to find out, what you guys found out.
What are the reservations in your head leaning towards him being real?
The consistency. His story always is the same. It doesn't change. Like, nothing ever changes. He's very respectful, where he never gets angry with me. He's always very calm, even when I come at him sideways. But, I don't know, once you meet the person in person, because I wouldn't bring my daughter to that initial meeting, if that was to happen, because I want to know, right? I want to be able to, as they say, vet the person in person. He would always ask about her. He'd be like, how's she doing? And, he knows the backstory with her and her dad. So I think he relates to it a lot because I guess his dad wasn't there in his life. So
Faye, why not push for a video chat or a phone call with him?
So I have. Literally, we kind of had this conversation yesterday. I was going to pretty much make that ultimatum and just honestly probably end up, unfortunately, ghosting him.
Is he still asking you for money?
Yes, it's always about the support or the funds for, that situation. It's not like an everyday thing, him wanting me to support him with, any kind of money. He just was, like, trust me and trust. I'm like, I know you want me to trust you, but I'm not doing that if I don't know that I'm actually talking to you, So
we looked into the Instagram that you used to communicate with him, and it only has 2 followers.
Mm-hmm, right, yes. I figured since he's a public figure, possibly, I don't know, that, maybe another account was created to be able to communicate with other people, fans, whomever, because, they may not want to necessarily do it from the public account. Because like I said, I'm not like this huge Instagram user. I don't know if you guys sort of looked at my account, but I don't post much stuff. I don't, I just don't.
The will document he sent you.
Mm-hmm.
We noticed that there was a website on that document for a law firm called Lexfield Partners.
Okay.
We ran searches on that website, and that stood out to us about this website was that it had extremely poor grammar.
Let me just read to you. So it says, we do excellent job with over our years of legal practice, the brand we have created, stands credibly among the leading law firms in Ghana, providing top-notch legal services to range local and international clients. Thus, we are the Ghanaian law firm of choice. We clearly understand clients' needs. A lot of grammatical errors,
Right.
just those 3 sentences.
All right. So it could be some type of knockoff.
If this is a legitimate website, they're not going to have bad grammar. They're not going to have broken buttons. They're going to have a contact page. This website had none of that, Faye.
Okay. All right. So that's the first thing. That's not okay. Got it.
So we tried to verify the law firm and we found that Lexfield Partners doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So you're mouthing the answers already.
Well, because like I told you, you just, I guess a common sense part or a logical part of you, the rational part of you is like, I don't use Instagram much, but so you want to tread cautiously because it's still online. You know what I mean? So yeah. So okay. So did you guys find any other interesting information?
Yes. So we took there's a man on the website and he's the attorney. He has an image there as you click into the website. We found that the image was taken from a man named Donald. He does practice law, but he works for a firm in North Carolina.
Okay. Interesting.
So not in Ghana.
That's weird. That's so weird. Okay.
So just a lot of lies on the whole website.
Right. Yeah, of course.
The whole business is fake and the website as well. Why would he send you a fake document with a fake website on it?
He's probably, he's trying to obviously make it or stage it to make it look like it's real stuff, I guess.
So the next thing we looked into was the picture of the gemstone he sent you.
Yep.
So it was a nice, it's cool looking gemstone. It looks like it's out of like Indiana Jones or something like that.
Right, exactly, yeah. I'm not big, I don't know. I don't, again, as you guys can see, I don't wear a whole lot of jewelry, so I'm not like a fine jewelry person or anything like that. But again, it just all looks sketchy.
The money that he was asking for, it was $30,000 or
$32,000 for the taxes to pay on this jewelry, right? But I'm thinking if it happened to be him, then maybe he's just a starving artist, and he needs, money to pay for his record, whatever, like to, get his records off the ground or whatever it is.
We ran an image search on the gemstone. Actually found the same exact picture on Pinterest.
There's like a thousands of these type of photos all over Pinterest. He downloaded it and then sent it to you. This is not an original photo that he took.
Okay, that all makes sense.
The real Leon Gray, this man in these photos, that's his name, but he has nothing to do with this. Everything that he told you and every document, website, lawyer, it was all fake.
I just needed to confirm that. Now I know, and I know I can move forward.
It's kind of good that you didn't send that $30,000.
Oh, for all I know, you could be like a 600-pound, amputee psycho on the other end. I don't know. It's not that an issue really so much about, the way the person necessarily looks, but it's the deception that's not cool.
As far as Leon Gray's accounts go, we were able to verify that he has an Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and a website. Right. But they're all verified, tens of thousands of followers. And if you're not communicating with these sites or these social media accounts, it's not the real him.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. They don't have the little blue mark where they weren't verified, and I was like, I don't know. So, but now I know. Honestly, I'm probably going to take a break from Instagram for a little bit. I'm 100% grateful and thankful that you guys were able to, do such a thorough investigation and, confirm for me, that I'm not speaking to this guy. Because all the job that you guys did, it was pretty awesome. It's good to be able to just like look past it and just move forward, So hopefully, I end up crossing paths with someone that is real, face to face, whether it be online until we can meet or, in person. That would be cool.
You definitely deserve a real person. We thank you very much for coming up here and being so brave.
Thank you. You're welcome.
We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, yeah.
All right, bye-bye.
The following day, Faye went and blocked the fake Leon profile. The real man in these photos has nothing to do with this scam. His images and likeness was stolen to get Faye to send money. We encourage anyone who has been involved in a romance scam to report it to authorities. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget all of our new episodes release every Wednesday at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. See you guys next time.
Seemingly rather everybody and when I think about it, hmm, I was giving up paradise of the and any smell rich individual individual and the young activity better, very, very,
Wake up in the morning and see your eyes. Rosanna, Rosanna. I never thought that a girl like you could ever care for me. Rosanna. What I wanna do with me, love you, is hold you tight. Rosanna, Rosanna. Didn't know you were looking for more than I could ever be. Not quite a year since she went away. Rosanna, yeah. Now she's gone, and I have to say, meet you all the way. Meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Meet you all the way. Meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah. I can see your face through shining through the window on the other side. Rosanna, Rosanna, I never thought that a girl like you could make me feel so sad. Rosanna. One time is that you never ever ever compromise. Rosanna, Rosanna, I never thought that a dude than you could ever hurt so bad. Not quite a year since she went away. Rosanna, yeah. Now she's gone, and I have to say, meet you all the way. Meet you